Hey guys, what's up? If you're watching this, you are probably having an issue with your Fanatec handbrake. I hope, not really hope, but I hope that's why you're here. Um, I have a V1.5 Fanatec handbrake, and I feel like I've consistently had some sort of issue with it, no matter what. But I've just kind of been dealing with it, and I've kind of modified it a little bit as I've been going along to make it a little bit better. And I actually just leave the case off of it all the time because it consistently has problems, so I can just access it very easily and fix it. Um, I've always had like some sort of intermittent issue where sometimes the handbrake sticks on like 15%, like the potentiometers in there slipping or something like that, or it doesn't register at all, or it will only register up to like 60% and stuff like that, so on and so forth. Constantly having to recalibrate it, unplug it, and like let it reset itself. I'm sure you guys know the whole deal with the Fanatec handbrake. And then recently, it actually stopped working altogether. Like wouldn't even register at all, no matter what I do. Unplug it. So finally, I just tore it all apart into pieces, and I've actually found what the issue is in my situation. And hopefully, maybe this is something that's been going on with yours or is right now, and you're out of warranty and not able to fix it. Um, but let me go ahead and show you. I already got the handbrake all torn apart. And let me go ahead and show you what is going on and the issue I'm having with mine and what I did to fix it. So here's the handbrake. I got it all off of my rig. Got it torn apart. I already got all the parts out of it and stuff. But let me show you what's going on here. If you haven't seen the inside of it, this is the inside of the 1.5. There's usually this little piece down here, which is like the base for the spring to sit on and stuff, that connects to the heim joint up here. And what I have going on, come on, focus, is I found in here that this piece right here is actually slipping on the shaft of the potentiometer. And the issue is right in through here, there's actually a provision into the handbrake for like part of like a dowel that's inside of this plastic bushing here that sits inside of that and actually connects it all together and allows everything to move and to actually lock in to be able to move the potentiometer within its range. And that is the part that's actually failed on mine. And I'll go ahead and take the rest of this apart, and then I can show you on both pieces where it's actually failed. Completely apart. Like I was saying before, here's that provision right there that's supposed to be for like a little dowel that sticks out of that other black bushing I was showing you. And here's the bushing. And as you can tell, there's no more dowel sticking out of it. It's actually broken off. It was actually stuck inside of there, but I used a pick and got it all out already. It's actually right there if you want to see it. If you can focus on it, that was the dowel that was in there. So what I did was measured these holes, or this hole, to see what size it is, and it looks like it's just slightly under 1/8 of an inch. So what I did is I went to the hardware store and I got a little 1/8 inch metal dowel. And what I'm gonna do is go one step down from 1/8 inch drill, and I'm gonna drill a little hole in here, press this little dowel in, and then that should be good to go. And we'll go ahead and do that now, and then I'll show you the finished product. All right, so as you can see, I went ahead and drilled the provision for the new dowel to go in. I went one step down from 1/8 inch, which is like 7/32 or 7/64. So if you just do a 7/64, then you're good. It seemed to press in pretty good. So here's the dowel right here. You can go ahead and put it in. Press it in. You can go ahead and measure the depth. I just kind of eyeballed it. If you want to measure the thickness of the handbrake of where the dowel goes in and then just split the difference, you can do that. So yeah, there we go. There's the dowel there. So go ahead and take this out, and I can show you where it's going to sit. Now you'll have a provision for the dowel to go in, but as you see, the dowel doesn't quite fit. So what we got to do next is we got to oversize that opening to 1/8 inch, because like I said before, it's just slightly under, and this dowel is 1/8 inch. So what we're going to do now is just drill that hole out to 1/8 inch, and then it'll all go back together, and then should be working brand new shampoo. But we'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back and show you with it all together. And drilled that hole out to 1/8 inch. I found that you'll have to slightly kind of just maybe give the drill bit a little walk around to kind of just hog it out slightly, but not too much, and then it'll go right in. So there we go. There's that, and now should be good. Now she's locked in with the dowel in there. And we'll get it all back together. So as you can see now, it doesn't just spin freely. And should be good to go. So we'll get it all put back together, and then I'll show you it working. At least the part that's failed, and then I can show you. Maybe you can see now the potentiometer spins just fine. If you notice, it's not actually slipping around the handbrake here. Everything's moving in conjunction with each other. So yeah, that should work pretty good now. We'll see how long that lasts until something else breaks. But if you guys are having an issue or it's not registering at all, I would suggest taking it apart and checking this piece right here. And before you take it all apart, once the case is off, all you have to do is just pull on this handbrake and see if the handbrake is slightly moving on this side of the bushing, because that's the side the dowel's on. And then this side actually has a provision that's the D shape of the shaft of the potentiometer itself. So the movement would be here. And you should be able to see that possibly the potentiometer is only moving 5 or 10%, and then the handbrake keeps moving. So just double check those things if you're having an issue of it not registering at all. And hopefully that will fix it for you guys. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and hopefully this was helpful, and see you later.